Hi guys, it's Manuela DJ again. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you very much for your love, for everything. I saw your likes, your subscriptions, your comments on the last video. In fact, it was awesome. You guys are wonderful. Thank you very much. I cannot thank you enough. So today I'm going to be talking on a particular thing. Someone asked me a question, and the question is, do our destinies determine our actions, or our actions determine our destinies? Now let me tell you something. There is destiny and there is action. Destiny is where you are going, or who you will be, or where you will end up. Action is what you do that affects where you will be or who you will be. So destiny is the place you are going. Actions are what affect you negatively or positively. Imagine you going to a place. That is exactly where you are going. But what you do during the process of going there, or where you get there, they are the actions. Both of them are different, but they are intertwined. Now, people ask themselves two different questions. The first question, more like thoughts actually. The first thought people have is that since my destiny is certain, since I'm going to end up being there eventually, I'm going to become that guy, that person eventually, that means I don't have to care about my actions. I can do anyhow. I can do anything I like, since it does not really have any impact on anything. Now, the second thought, more like the second question people ask themselves is that I have to be careful of my actions because they determine where I be or who I be in the future. I mean, I have to be careful of what I do because they will determine who I will be in the future. I'm not saying they are wrong, but let me explain something to you guys. Imagine this. In a school, we have civil engineering students. They are all students. They all have their destinies to be civil engineers. I mean, potentially as their civil engineering students. So they all have their destiny to be civil engineer in the future. Now, how well they perform or how good of an engineer they be depends on what they do in school. If they focus on their academics very well, they will end up being excellent engineers. If they don't focus, if they don't focus on their academics very well, they will end up being poor engineers. That is why we have excellent, brilliant engineers, we have mid engineers, and we have poor engineers. It applies to every profession. So what you do, they are the things that determine your quality. A man that has been called to be a pastor, I'm not talking about someone that received anointing from a man of God. I'm talking about a man that has been called, chosen by God, a chosen man. That man will be a minister one day, but how good of a minister depends on what he does, which is receiving from God and all of that. You see, the same thing applies to every area of life. Yes, what you do, they end up affecting you. You have your exam in the next 2 weeks. You cannot change it. In fact, the only thing they can change is the date. Probably they just postpone it or something. But you will still write an exam because it is your destiny as a student to write an exam and test. So, you still write the exam. That is your destiny. But how well you perform in that examination depends on what you do, which is focusing on your academics, reading, studying, and all of that. You see, that is just it. A man that will one day become an husband, and one day become and one day become a father, has to learn some things during his youthful age. When he's a man, when he's a boy, he has to be adding some qualities to himself to run his house. If he does not have those qualities, his destiny will still come, which is that he is going to have a family, and eventually it will perform worse. So that is just the thing. Your actions are like this, your destiny are like this, and they now go along. So whatever you do, since you know where you are going to be, why don't you start making your preparations? The gears you need, the instruments you need, the equipment. Why don't you start taking I don't know your age, I don't know what I'm talking about. If you are young and if you are old, I don't know. You can start getting up for what is coming. You can start preparing yourself, getting yourself ready for what is coming. Because if you don't if you don't have the necessary things, you are going to perform awfully and you are not going to like it. So that is your destiny, that is your action. So your destiny, you will be there, you will get there. So thank you very much for joining this video. I really appreciate it. So do well to like and subscribe to our channel to encourage us to drop more videos like this. And you can also drop your comments on anything you need to work on, or probably any question or any addition, anything, just put it in the comment section. Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Yeah.